The Saints are the real deal. Guys, I hope you're having a great day. Today we are doing week 8 of the NFL predictions. But let's go over week 7 real quick. Last week we went an impressive 12-3. But let's go over the games. Thursday Night Football, the Chiefs versus the Raiders. What a game it was. At the end of the game, Derek Carr throws a touchdown to Michael Crabtree, and that makes the Raiders win by 1 point. I was 1 point off my prediction. Cannot believe it. Sunday Football. In London, the Rams won against the Cardinals, and it was a slobber knocker. The Rams won 33-0. Adrian Peterson did nothing on the ground. 11 for 21. That is not good for AP. And Carson Palmer broke his arm and is out for the season. So, Cardinals, you're screwed. Vikings versus Ravens. Very close game, but the Vikings end up pulling out the win. Latavius Murray was one of the best players in this game. He was rushing for, I'd say, I think 90 yards on a touchdown. Might have reached 100. I don't know off the top of my head. But the Vikings won. Jaguars, Colts. Jaguars won 27-0. And even with Fournette gone, the Jaguars were dominating. Bortles threw for 300 yards and a touchdown. Good job, Jaguars. Ivory didn't look that well, but TJ Yeldon broke off a really good touchdown run. And that is very good for the Jaguars in case Leonard Fournette is out for longer. Next, we have the Dolphins and the Jets in a very close game. I'm glad the Dolphins won. Jay Cutler's hurt, so that is not good for the Dolphins, but I also could say it's a blessing in disguise for the Dolphins. You know, they did a lot better since Cutler's injured, but still, Cutler isn't that bad of a quarterback. People are just overreacting to Cutler, but I mean, hey, just give me hate, whatever. The Jets lost by 3. They're tanking again. Good job. Saints-Packers. Some people were surprised by this. I'm not surprised at all. The Saints took care of business. Was a little sloppy. The offense has been a little sloppy over these past 2 weeks, but their defense has really picked them up, and that is the saving grace for the Saints right now. As we are 4-2, number 1 in the division, baby. We are leading. We have a 80% chance to make the playoffs. We are just so good right now. We need to make the playoffs. I feel like we can do it, but still, we need to do it. This is our chance. The Bills and the Buccaneers, a very close game. I saw Mike Evans had a great touchdown catch. LaShawn McCoy got his first 2 touchdowns of the season against the Buccaneers, and the Bills ended up winning by a field goal. Things are not looking good for the Buccaneers. Their chances of making the playoffs are kind of slimmed down now because of this game. They're last in the division. It's just not looking good for the Bucs. Panthers, Bears. Oh, Cam freaking Newton. Oh, he played so bad against the Bears. You know, the Bears are a very underrated defense. So I'm not really all that surprised. I'm just surprised Trubisky had like 5 completions. They didn't pass the ball a lot, which is good. Most of their 2 touchdowns came from defense, which that's kind of very odd. And if the Bears keep doing this, they're not getting past the Saints. All right, next week, no, they're not getting past the Saints. Absolutely not. Titans versus Browns, very pitiful game. Titans ended up winning in overtime with a field goal. Good for them. Mariota's a bum. Cowboys, 49ers, this was really just a dominating game for the Cowboys. Zeke had I don't know how many yards he had, but it was a great day for Zeke. You can tell if you look at the box score maybe on ESPN or something. It was a very good game for the Cowboys, and 49ers, they just were not in contention to win this game at all. Seahawks, Giants. Seahawks, it was a close game at halftime, but then they pulled away. Russell Wilson looks amazing. Good for them. And Seahawks are 4-2 in the season now. Bengals, Steelers. Steelers looked pretty impressive. Big Ben, he's getting back to being good old Big Ben. Good at home, not so well away. So, yeah, it's just basically what we expected. Broncos have fallen apart. 0-21 against the Chargers. Chargers suddenly making a comeback. I think that's 3 wins in a row for the Chargers. So could the Chargers be gunning for a playoff spot? I mean, they do have the win over the Broncos. They could compete for number 3. That's just what I see. They can go compete for number 3. Don't get in. Draft. All right. Falcons, Patriots. I thought it was going to be close. It wasn't close at all. The Patriots killed the Falcons. Yeah, Julio Jones got his first touchdown of the season, but Matt Ryan is struggling this season, even against a pretty bad Patriots defense. So, wow. Redskins, Eagles. I watched this game Monday night. Very good game to watch. Very entertained. Carson Wentz, the play where he was surrounded by a bunch of Redskins, and then he just zooms out there for 15 yards. That is probably the play of the game for me. It was just miraculous how Wentz just darted out of there when it looked like he got sacked. Probably am showing that right now. If not, whatever. But yeah, I was expecting something like this. Good job, Eagles. Good job. You're gonna win the division. Here we are. Week 8 predictions begins now. Dolphins, Ravens, Thursday night football. I have the Dolphins winning. Ravens don't have an offense at all. Their defense is the only saving grace, and they're not even that well. The Dolphins' calling card is the running game. Jay Ajayi. He hasn't been doing too well this season, but against a Ravens defense, which I don't think they're very well against the run, I think the Dolphins are just set up to win automatically. Who cares? Jay Cutler? No. There's Matt Moore. Matt Moore, he's a fine quarterback. So the Dolphins win. Sunday football. In the morning in London, we got the Vikings and the Browns. Vikings are going to win because the Browns are trash. That's all I have to say. 49ers versus the Eagles. The 49ers are trash. The Eagles win. The Eagles are one of the best teams in the NFL. The Panthers versus the Bucks. Very hard game to predict. Considering that Cam Newton is an inconsistent piece of crap. It's just really hard to predict. I'm just gonna give it to the Buccaneers. They're at home. I believe in them. Buccaneers win. Please win. I'd like you to win. Totally not just to even out the division so that the Saints are ahead. No. Bears, Saints. If the Bears win, then what the fuck have we just done for the past 4 weeks? There's no way the Bears are winning. The Saints are at home. At home. We are great at home. We killed the Lions at home. So we should kill the Bears at home. That's how I see it. The Falcons versus the Jets. There is no way I'm picking the Jets over the Falcons. The Falcons are still a considerably good team. So they're not going to lose the Jets. Hell no. Bills Raiders, very hard game to predict. It's just I don't know who to pick. The Bills have a great defense and Tyrod Taylor. The Raiders have a horrible defense, but they have good old Derek Carr, Amari Cooper, Crabtree, Jalen Richard as a running back. No Marshawn Lynch. He's suspended this week. Dumbass cunt. Bills win. That's just how I see it. I feel like it's going to be a closer game, and the Bills are going to stun the Raiders. It's going to be really stunning. Colts, Bengals. This is obvious. The Bengals look very well since they looked very well with the exception of last week. That's because they were going against the Steelers at Heinz Field, and that's not a fun time. So, Bengals, you win. Chargers, Patriots. Do I really look like I'm going to go against the reigning, defending Super Bowl champions? No. Patriots are going to win. Seahawks, Texans. I think this is one of the games of the week. I would love to see this game on TV. Seahawks offense is just getting back into the swing of things. Their defense has always been well. Texans offense has just been explosive over the past few weeks. Their defense, they lost J.J. Watt and Whitney Mercilus, so that's a huge blow to the defense. It's a close game. Seahawks at home, they barely get the win. Redskins, Cowboys, close game. It's too close to really pick a clear winner. So I'm just going to give, at DC, Redskins the win. Cowboys defense isn't really good. So I think that's going to be their major flaw in this game. Sunday Night Football, you've got the Steelers and the Lions. Now, I normally pick against the Steelers when they're away, but the Lions have struggled. They got killed by the Saints. It's just the Lions aren't looking the same anymore. Not my Lions. Steelers win away. Monday Night Football, we got the Broncos and the Chiefs. Chiefs win. They are a better team than the Broncos. The Broncos have been struggling. So the Chiefs, they're going to win. Guys, if you enjoyed this video, like, comment, and subscribe. And until next time, I'll see you guys in the next one.